Hey, how we doing out there, guys? Thank you for popping in. Thank you for popping in. A few more people might pop in here in a little bit in the chat. Thank you. You like it at this new level here? Actually, I should probably scoot over just a little bit over there. You're a little more centered. Okay, hopefully you guys are doing good here. Everything going good for everybody? Doing good? Yeah, it's cool to see that. We might see that as we look at some of this other stuff here. I don't have it in any order or anything like that today, but let's check out and see what's going on in the latest and breaking news out there. I appreciate you guys watching and hitting that like button and doing all that other grifting stuff that I don't do, but if I was a grifter, I would say that there's a like button and a subscribe button down there, and there's some other buttons over there. There's a button. Julie, do you see the button? It's like a super chat button somewhere over there. You don't have to press it. I'm just saying, make sure you see it over there. Thank you. Happy Sunday to you too. All right, guys and girls. And here, the first thing is, I said guys and girls. This other person here on the screen, you'll see in a second. I'm not sure if it's a guy or girl or something like this. So we'll have to double check here. I'll let you guys give your opinion on the guy or girl thing on this situation here. Black Rebel made this a tweet.
Well, actually, that happens to be part.
My friend, you came over to push your little threatening voice and come to me. Yeah, you are. You're a man.
Transphobia is bad. It unalives people, evidently. Wow. Being afraid of someone unalives people based on what that sign says.
Being trans, am I now?
Yeah, you are.
Well, actually, that happens to be part of what I am.
Well, you are.
I am non-binary, by the way. Do you even know what that fucking means?
It means nothing in reality. Reality means nothing. In your world or whatever, it means something, but in reality, scientific reality, and normal reality, non-binary means no sense, in my opinion. Anyway, sorry. I actually should start you off with like happy news or something like that. But anyway, nice to see you, Janice, also in the chat there. How's this evening? Yeah, I know it's the rain. Like, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Anyway, I should give you like some happy thing to start with next. I'll remember that. Here, watch the Nick Shirley video. Those are usually happy things. Let's double check on this one here.
Wing Troll badge. Today we're here outside of this place where a raid took place here in New York City. Right now we have some protesters that have showed up. They got the Right Wing Troll badge. They're singing "This Little Light of Mine is Gonna Shine."
Happy news. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let Satan poof it out. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that song from Sunday school. Put a 1. Everybody should be putting up 1s if they were in Sunday school. Anyway.
Let it shine. Keep it singing, man. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Singing that song while they're harassing somebody that has a different opinion than theirs. Yeah, true enough. Yep. Just look at the people here. It's just like, you almost can't get tired of it. All the videos are pretty much the same. His and Liberty Hangouts and all these other people, just I'm here to ask questions. So then the yellow vest comes up, harasses them, follows them around, puts a sign in their face. You can't stop watching them, even though the same thing happens every time. It's like watching sports, we know the same thing's going to happen. Guys are going to get tackled. Guys are going to get catches. They're going to get touchdowns, but you still keep watching it.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Average age, guys. Average age. 55, 60. Not saying there's anything wrong with being 55 or 60. I'm just saying, usually people that are 55 or 60 would have better things to do on a rainy day in New York City. Maybe they have family or something like that. Just an opinion. Your mind might get warped. It won't get warped. It'll just kind of help you see how crazy the left is, or something like that, or see if you can sort of find some friends of yours or whatever that might kind of be centrist or lefties or whatever and say, are you this kind of lefty or are you the normal lefty?
Geez, if this was Sunday, I'd say that's a hymn.
Little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
We're getting our Sunday hymns in here today. The protesters have now broken out in This Little Light of Mine, Gonna Shine, whatever that song is.
How are you doing out there? Got a few chatters in there. I appreciate you guys watching here. Did you guys have a good time at church here? Does this remind you of church? Maybe back when you were younger or something like that, but you know, I don't know. Everybody kind of has their own faith in how they kind of stand by things, but some of these lefty churches out there, I'm like, did you read the Bible in Sunday school and about sin and things like that?
What's this little light of yours you're gonna let shine? Wow, this is unbelievable out here outside of this place where apparently I think ICE has some vehicles.
Okay, that's my goal. Okay, guys, a bucket list. I want somebody to point one of those right-wing troll signs at me one of these days. Okay, if I ever go somewhere or if they ever have one in Portland, please have one of those right-wing troll signs pointed at me. Nick always gets them at him or these other people out there. I want one of those right-wing troll signs pointed at me. Not that I'm a right-wing troll. I'm just saying I want one of those pointed at me.
And now the protesters have shown up here.
Good job, Nick. I'm going to give it a like, of course, on that one there. Let's see, you want to watch some world news here? I guess the Senate's going to try to go after impeaching some of these judges or something like that. I haven't heard the details on that yet. Here's a little bit of detail.
And Deborah Boardman both turning down requests to testify at a Senate hearing this week entitled Impeachment, Holding Rogue Judges Accountable. Boasberg, whose series of judgments regarding the Trump administration have ignited a legal firestorm, including his decision to restrict the White House's use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport Venezuelans. There have also been questions about his apparent role in Arctic Frost, that FBI investigation that allegedly tracked the private communications and phone calls of nearly a dozen Republican lawmakers. As for Boardman, well, no stranger to controversy after ruling against the administration's effort to restrict birthright citizenship. So the question is, where do things go from here? And we want to discuss all that with another great legal eagle, Boasberg and Deborah Boardman, both turning.
Didn't get the discussion. We just got the explanation. Okay, don't be mad. Don't be mad. This is news, guys. I'm the news agency here for you. So, you know, you don't like to listen to Crockett here, but we got to understand what the other side thinks, right? If they think, that is in her case.
That never, ever asked to be here. In fact, we know the young lady that lost her life. Obviously, in Trump's America, this is exactly what he wants. And the idea that one person can get out of line and commit such a horrific crime as shooting two National Guardsmen that never, ever asked to be here. In fact, we know the young lady that lost her life. Specifically, we're saying that this is a waste of time.
Say her name. Say her name. Wasn't that the saying back in the day with BLM? Say her name, you know, or say his name. She can't even say the person's name. You guys know it in the chat. I'm not going to give it to you, but you guys know the name of the chat, that the lady who died. Go ahead and say her name. Say her name.
But now you want to go against every single immigrant. That doesn't make sense. And it's frankly not who we are, because if that's the case, let's talk about the white supremacists and how many of them need to be kicked out of this country, because I can guarantee you, I can track down more crimes that they've committed, because Go for it. Crimes that they've committed. Come on, go for it. Overall, immigrants have.
I'm not saying white supremacy is okay, but where she gets her stats from, where normal people get stats from, totally different places.
A lower crime committal rate than white supremacists, but we don't want to talk about that in this country.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about it. You've been talking about it all the time. We were waiting for one fact from you. One fact. Ready? Go.
I mean, But obviously, in Trump's America, this is exactly what he wants, and the idea.
Crazy people. Berstrom, I believe, was the name. If I'm right, I better be right about that. I think I am. They know where the door is, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. Right, Janice? Nice to see you. Thanks for keeping the chat engaged. Salty Alien, how you doing? Nice to see you over there also. Anybody else in the chat? I see Aaron's in the chat. Michael was in the chat earlier. If you're in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not in the chat, put a 2 in the chat. Here's another genius here. What's this genius have to say here?
We need to get to the bottom. We'll have hearings. We'll have public hearings. We'll put people under oath. We need to get to the bottom of this. Hey, the U.S. military is, the most powerful and effective, military in the world. And we've got to be, precise, and we have to be operating in accordance with U.S. law and international law, always.
Based on what?
So when Obama droned at a U.S. citizen over there back in the day, what were you saying then? What were you saying then, huh? Mr. Kelly, Mr. Super Air Force guy, Navy guy, whatever you are? Nothing, because he was your guy. But Trump does things to protect America, and you do what? Nothing but try to stop him. Ridiculous. Hypocrite.
What CNN is reporting, what the Washington Post is reporting, do you believe if there was a second strike to eliminate any survivors, that constitutes a war crime?
It seems to. If that is true, if what has been reported is accurate, I've got serious concerns about anybody in that chain of command stepping over a line that they should never step over. We are not Russia. We're not Iraq. We hold ourselves to a very high standard of professionalism. And this is where I'm really troubled about this, is because I have so much respect for people in the United States Navy. I served in the Navy for 25.
You just said 20 seconds ago that you want to bring them up in front of a panel and question them for doing their duty. And when the commander-in-chief tells you what something to do and they do it, and you want to get them under oath, F you.
5 years. And there is no organization more professional than Navy SEALs. And they should be revered. And that's why I say I hope what I've heard about this strike is not accurate.
You mentioned that you are a captain in the Navy. If you received that order, would you have carried it out?
No. No, and I'm a guy who I have sunk 2 ships. I've sunk an OSA 2 missile patrol boat in Kuwait Harbor, a Palnakni troop carrier in the Persian Gulf during the first Gulf War. I never, in that situation, questioned whether those strikes were legal. We were given an order to do this. It was a time of war. These were Iraqi ships with Iraqi crew members who posed a...
What a piece of work. Yep. Here's an interesting situation. Kind of a Christian kind of guy out there talking about stuff or whatever. This woman's didn't like what he was saying here for some reason. Let's see what this is about.
I fucking hate Jesus.
Why do you hate Jesus?
He's just not real.
He's not real?
No, he's not real.
Why is he not real?
Because he's a fictional character.
He's a fictional...
You made him up in his head.
The Bible is the most proven history book.
Psychotic.
Is the most proven history book that's ever been. There are so many different recordings throughout history. I can tell you this, but you don't care to hear it. Jesus is real. He loves you. He'll wash you and he'll cleanse you. You think he took someone from you, but he didn't.
Like sort of the PTSD or something like that. Or she lost someone or whatever, and she blames religion for it. Might be the first person. Did we already watch this? Is the same one?
Tremendous amount of burden on officers in the military, but that is their responsibility, and they can figure out. A reasonable person can tell something that is legal and something that is illegal.
So would you refuse these specific orders to strike drug boats if you were still in uniform?
Well, the difference between the initial strike and what is being reported, as a second strike, and those things are different. I think this administration has tied themselves in knots, the explanations that we have received on how this is all legal. And I was saying weeks ago, my concern is with the service members, that we're gonna put these individuals in a really, really tough decision, in a tough place. And they may find out.
How is it a tough place? They're told, do your duty. The orders we give you are lawful. follow out your orders, press the button, launch, done. That sounds like a pretty easy order.
Down the road that they did something that is illegal. It is not fair to them. That's why we need presidents and secretary of defense who understand the Constitution and understand.
What he just said there, yeah. Basically, he's saying, let's make things confusing between legalities and illegalities for soldiers and everything. No, you don't do that. If you were back in your military and you had confusion or something like that, you really would not have confusion. If your boss said to do something, you would say, how fast?
Understand the rule of law and have more respect for the Constitution and the country and service members than the whims of a president.
They keep bringing up the Constitution for some reason. Like, where in the Constitution does it say soldiers can refuse orders? They keep sort of tying everything to the Constitution and say, okay, and people go to the Constitution about this related issue. I don't see anything about the topic in question here. That you're pointing at the Constitution over here about this specific issue, whether it's the drones or whatever it is. Like, no, not the Constitution. Maybe you can sort of find a law about it, but they keep wanting to say we're the constitutionalists. Like, no, you're not. In the past 4 years, you've done everything against the Constitution, in my opinion. Let's see. A happy thought here. That's probably a happy thought.
Asylum claims, Madam Secretary? Deport people with pending asylum claims, Madam Secretary?
We will if they should be. Absolutely. Yes, we are going to go through every single person that has a pending asylum claim, has an asylum claim here in this country. One of the requirements of asylum is that you have to come in every single year for a checkup and an interview process and a revetting. And that is something that we're going to expedite.
And if you don't do those things, then I'm pretty sure on paperwork it says you're deportable at that point there if you don't go through the checks and balances of the asylum system. And if you don't do that, if you don't check in to your local State Department area or whatever and say, I'm still doing good, I'm still planning on showing up at court, so please don't deport me. Something probably about that simple. But if you don't do that kind of stuff under asylum claims,
and happen immediately with anyone who does have that asylum claim today, and ensure that they deserve to still be in this country, that they still have the purposes for which they claimed that asylum in place, and that they're not here being radicalized and perpetuating.
Oh, Aaron, yeah, the UCMJ or something like that. I've got relatives that know about that. Once you sign on that dotted line, it's like your ass is the people above you and everything. You don't have a whole lot of leeway, to question orders or anything like that. So, they can bring you up 2 years later or something like that. And did you follow out this order? Yes. Did you think it was a legal or illegal order? It was from my commander, so it was legal, so that's all that matters, But do you think it was it doesn't matter what I think. My commander said to do it, and I did it. My opinion means nothing. The person who told me to do it has the bars or whatever to tell me what to do, and I did it. And they'll keep asking the private or whatever that sort of pressed a button or something like that. But do you think it doesn't matter?
Dangerous criminal activity against our Americans.
That's Christy Nome. See what else we got in the crazy news. Oh, you guys watching what's going on in New York City with all the craziness there, going after ICE agents that were parked in a parking structure? Wildness here. How much resisting arrest do you guys see here? Pretty simple to kind of stop resisting arrest, or obeying lawful orders, right? And we're talking about lawful orders. These police have probably given these people lawful orders to stop doing what they're doing, right? That Kelly guy wants to talk about lawful orders in the military. Civilians here are not obeying lawful orders given to them by the police, but they're okay with these people breaking those lawful orders out there, right? But when the military has a lawful order, they're not supposed to question it. These people are obviously doing more than just questioning lawful orders out here. Well, in this case, it's a city lawful order, but still same concept. You're not taking another one. And again, a 45-year-old single white female, give or take.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up!
Oh, I hate that one there. If later on or whatever, the PD does something nice or whatever, ask the ICE to go to a different garage or something like that. Thank you, NYPD. We love you. We love you. Right now, they're saying, comparing them to white hats, you know.
How do you sleep with yourself? How do you sleep at night?
Excuse me.
The drama class. Jeffy's got jokes. Yes. Yeah, that would be the drama classes. Yeah, they get a lot of drama going on at these kind of events, things like that. Yeah, I've got that right. What the heck? You guys still doing good in the chat there? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a human. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not sure. 3 in the chat if you're definitely not human, please. I'm pretty sure most of the people that have chatted are human, but just double checking to see how many people are out there. And I'll put a 4 in the chat if you're a lurker. Also put a 4 in the chat if you're a lurker. Okay, we got that one there. Let's see what was going on at Portland Ice last night. Velly Ray was out there talking to somebody out here. What was he saying here? This is from Patrick's.
You're against the United States of America. You'll be going to prison. You loser. You're part of Antifa. You're going to prison. I know your full name. I know where you live. And I know your whole family, bro. I'm gonna dox you. I'm gonna dox your whole family, your nieces and nephews.
We don't allow doxing on this channel, FYI.
I'm gonna let everybody know what you're doing out here. You're gonna go to prison. Rico. You dressed up for me, now perform for me.
Valley Streets, Mr. Bill's curbs. Remember that, Valley Streets, my curbs. When I'm out there, my curbs. Even when I'm not out there, it's my curbs. Anyway. Yeah, he's getting out there. When he first started out there, and he was almost getting in the faces of Katie and Honey Badger Mom, and it's like, come on, yeah, you're trying to play the centrist role or something like that. But he's starting to learn, like, yeah, Antifa bad, period. Do you guys want to watch Richard go off or something like that? The other, I don't know if that guy has a nickname yet. We'll find out if he has a nickname.
I'll come here with your camera. Get off our block.
Hey, Tara, do you know if the guy with the scarf or whatever, does he have a good nickname? I was trying the other day or whatever to come up with one for him, but best I could think of was the guy from Home Improvement, Wilson, Wilson from Home Improvement, where you usually can't really see anything but his eyes. He sort of looks like that.
Get off our
Wilson's a lot nicer, though.
block. I will fuck you up. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker.
I think this is Patrick.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'll fuck you up big time. You're not gonna film on this block. I will. Get the fuck out of here! You get the fuck out of here, motherfucker! Put me on film!
And nobody's used film in about 15, 20 years. I don't know.
Get the fuck out of here now!
Attention, just talk to me. Show me your face and talk to me.
I'm not talking to anyone.
How come?
I just don't wish to.
Then why are you irritating Rich?
I'm walking down the street.
Why
He
are
started
you
yelling at
irritating
me. I didn't say
His name's Richard. Come on, you're right.
anything
Why
to
are
him.
you irritating Rich?
I didn't say anything.
Why are you irritating Rich?
How's it
You having
going?
a good night?
Yes.
Why are you irritating Rich?
I'm not irritating
He's
anyone.
a good guy.
I was filming this woman.
You know that you're irritating.
I was filming this
You
woman.
know that you're
presumably
irritating.
a woman.
You know that you're irritating.
You you're trying to irritate him by repeating the same stupid line over and over again. It's like, come on, come up with a different way to say it. You know, you look like you're halfway educated.
He's irritated. I'm not
Yeah,
irritating
so
him.
let's
He's
let
just
him be,
irritated.
right?
I
Are we
wasn't
here to
bothering him.
irritate
I was
people?
filming this person
Get off
doing
our
all
block!
this stuff to him.
I will fuck you up big time! Get off our block! Get off our block, motherfucker!
Your block? Oh, really? I didn't know you paid for that block there, Richard. I thought it was a city street, city sidewalk.
I'm not making any money.
My curbs, though.
I'm doing
Get
this
off
for
our
free.
block!
Why are you doing it then?
Because I can.
Is this like a high school project for you or
Dude,
something?
get off our
doing
block!
it because I can.
Is it video or streaming?
Streaming.
There you go.
14,000.
Oh.
14,000.
Yeah, well, there you go. So now we know what your motive is, right?
I have no motive.
Because the people love to see that shit, right? Same thing with them, right?
You guys are putting on the
Someone comes
show.
up with the camera.
That's what I was wondering too. Out there, he's been out there past few nights since Thanksgiving. BCP had not a good conversation, but had a long conversation with him about different stuff or something like that. So, and that's his main thing. Is like, you guys are just out here to make money and things like that. Like, no. I've already told you we're out there to expose the craziness of the left and to try to get the protesters to stop protesting at ICE. That's pretty much it.
You're looking to make
And when I'm out there, a little more humor and things like that, but that's all.
money from fighting. Let's make money from agony. Let's make money from agony.
I don't care.
You think so? Maybe.
Wrong house.
Let's make money from agony.
I'm not making any money. I'm doing this absolutely free.
No,
But you're streaming it.
Yes.
But you're
Yes, but he's streaming it. Just because somebody's streaming it and using it, putting it on a live on a service, Twitter in this case here, does not mean that he's making money on it. I know you're old. I don't think you're that old to not understand that these companies will not sort of share their money with you unless you have enough followers and enough clout and everything for them to start sharing money with you. That's why, if you haven't followed my Facebook, by the way, you can follow my Facebook to get me to 100 followers on Facebook. You'll see the description, the link in the description down there, and then Facebook might not share money with me, but it will allow me to go live at that point there. You know, or I don't care if I'm monetized or not, but I can't go live on Facebook until I get 100 followers or whatever. But link is in the description to get enough drifting.
We're all down here making tons of money off streaming. It's not true. We're just down here to show people what's going on.
No, I mean, no. You're here to influence what's going on. You're here to influence
Showing who you people really are.
Point of phone in my face.
You're here to influence
You're the
what's going
agitator,
on.
asshole.
We
You
know
came
that.
up and tried
I'm not
to
saying
start
anything to
shit.
anyone. I'm not influencing anything.
Who's the agitator, dumb fuck? You're retarded.
Why do you?
Yeah, well, who's influencing things out there with the frog thing down there? That's who's influencing things that are going on down there to make it look like it's perfectly peaceful and child friendly, right?
He's like, you're down here to agitate people.
Hey Snooks, how you doing? Nice to see you. Anyway, but Richard did get a new jacket. Somebody gave him a new jacket. I can't remember who it was, but I'm glad they cleaned up his old jacket there. That's nice. It's somebody. Who was it that did that for him? I can't remember. Or maybe he just washed it. I don't know. I'm not sure what this is here.
Maybe one of the most humbling phone calls of my life. And I got quoted a 6.5% mortgage rate. Mind you, I do have an 808 credit score. I have zero debt. I'm also a registered nurse, so I mean, in the state of Florida, which I work in, it's not great income. Let's be real. But yeah, I'm also single, so one income. How am I supposed to buy a house with a mortgage rate that high? One mortgage payment would be more than one of my paychecks. So yeah, that's very depressing. What is everyone doing?
I thought it was something political. Here's the guy that did the thing the other day.
40 on there too to hold some of it.
Skip ahead here.
Dirty, drunk on the ground, fucking a few other things. I'm on fire. Make sure you put me up.
Just in case YouTube's worried about this, this is his flag, his property. That's what he's burning, just FYI.
Careful, you don't light anyone on fire.
And he's not doing it on the road like the other guys do.
Oh, look at the flaming flag! Look at the flaming flag go! Look at that go! That's a USA flag, too. That's USA flag. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at the colors.
Look at the cops in the background. They've got, somebody said they had a fire extinguisher ready to go, but Patrick already had one ready to go just in case.
Look at the colors. Oh, yeah. That's so beautiful.
Give it another light on the bottom there.
Look at the colors. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Why you guys are very small-minded here? Really small-minded.
Oh, yeah. You guys want to save it? You guys want to save it? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Burn, baby, burn. So you guys got a flaming flag. Look at you guys got a flaming flag. Bunch of flamers you are. Look at that.
Come out of the closet.
So beautiful. Look at that. It's so
such a beautiful sight. It's a sight to behold, everyone.
The funny thing is, while he was doing that or whatever, they said they're not worried about it. It's just a piece of cloth, you know. If it was just a piece of cloth, why are they not over at the ICE building over there still protesting the ICE building while he's doing this? If it was just a piece of cloth they're not worried about, why are they surrounding him with it? Anyway. Canadian Mike is his nickname out there. Oh, here's the, I couldn't find a video, but here's the flag somebody was talking about there earlier. Little picture there with the flag they got back from Will Yes there. So yeah, it's good news. What else we got going on over here? Another discussion here over the Shane and somebody who had a discussion with somebody here.
You at the same time. If you ugly this little fucker. Look how much height you got. Wait. Oh, here, look. Is that better? Look. Yeah, look. Oh, look. I still tell him. You're still not doing on Adderall. You're on Adderall. Yeah, dude, I'll destroy both of you at the same time. If you guys both want to fight, I'll fight both of you. You're the one who's trying to say.
Somebody in Corvallis, a group of veterans or veterans' spouses in Corvallis or whatever, made that quote from what I understand.
This guy literally said he's gonna up to my face. I do. I got to your fucking phone. Yeah, right? Ew, that's fucking gross. I'd hope not, you ugly bitch. No, actually, you're not ugly, but you're deranged. Seth is a con. Give it a few years. You look like, you know who else wasn't ugly? Amanda Bynes. Look at that bitch now.
So what turnip truck did you follow up with, boy?
I don't know what that was about, but anyway. There's a discussion with Benny Johnson here.
Could we see California flip red? Could they see a Republican as governor of the state? What do you think?
Yes, absolutely, Laura. Very quickly here, if you expand out and look at Wisconsin, there was no voter ID, and Wisconsin was just one of those shady states, right, where you weren't sure where the votes were coming from. Okay,
on a scale of 1 to 10, guys, how good was your Thanksgiving since you Most of you guys have probably answered that poll question by now. It's a tie right now between food and family. 42% for each of those options there. Wow. Wonder who's going to win the race there between food and family on that poll question. 38 votes so far. But 30 likes also. What was I going to say? I don't know. Oh, a scale of 1 to 10. Jeffy had a 9 on his Thanksgiving. Anybody have a 10 Thanksgiving? Anyway.
Wisconsin had a referendum, put voter ID on the ballot, and Democrats didn't even fight it, Laura, because they can't fight against voter ID. If you have it on the ballot, then they have no argument. And so Wisconsin now has voter ID and clean elections, and Donald Trump wins Wisconsin steadily and easily in 2024. Now let's move over to California. They have no...
Jeffy and his jokes. The rolls, I know if you don't eat those rolls, in the 4 or 5 hours, then they don't taste good. They're really good, depending on what kind of rolls you have. If you're talking about the bread rolls, right?
Voter ID. There's a problem with illegal voting in California. They have the same referendum mechanism. And so we are going to be assisting in an effort to make sure that voter ID is on the ballot in 2026. Democrats won't be able to fight it. There's no argument against it. All we need are 875,000 signatures from Californians that say...
That's a pretty good show. Pretty good. I haven't seen it since like season 12 or 13 or whatever. It's kind of lost interest or something like that. But it was a good show to kind of kill time and usually patriotic-ish.
Yes, we want this question on the ballot. If you want to stick it to Gavin Newsom, if you want Gavin Newsom to cry live on TV, if you want to make sure that Republicans can gain...
Sorry to hear that, Michael. Sorry to hear that.
In fair elections in the state with the #1 largest population of Republicans, Laura. This is incredible. I didn't know this, but the most Republicans in the country actually live in California. It's such a populous state. If you want them to have a voice, if you want to change politics forever, give California voter ID. We're going to be heading to California and making sure that we start the California revival and save California, Laura.
We need to do that.
Good idea, Janice.
It sounds crazy to even say voter ID is something that they have.
A little bit more news here. Wesley Hunt's always cool.
That fought in the Middle East. There are people that want to see the end of this country. End of discussion. And if we don't take this seriously, we're going to continue to see more dead Americans. What disappoints me the most is that there are 13 senators, Republicans, that voted for this refugee program. And I also want to commend J.D. Vance for not voting for this program, because at the end of the day, he understands what it means to keep Americans safe. I don't want to be called xenophobic. I don't want to be called racist. I am an American that wants to ensure that we save the lives of my fellow Americans and stop evil demons from trying to destroy us. But I want people to understand something.
Very true on that one there. I need to go to the restroom, guys. I'm going to have you watch another video here in the meantime while I use the restroom here. You guys like Liberty Hangout, or are you more of a Nick Shirley fan, or James Klug? Those guys always do a good job there. So, have you watch one of those videos here. Actually, this one here. Tea Supply? No. James Klug. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh, yeah. Skippity-doo-dah. Hold on, James Klug. Do this. Do the banner thing here. There's the Be Right Back right there. Edit that a little bit there. Oh, yeah. I gotta do this. Hold your horses. Save, and there you go. All right, guys, keep watching this. Be nice to each other. Keep the chat busy or whatever. If you guys need a special question to keep the chat busy, what's your favorite thing to have on a pizza? And also, what's your favorite ingredient in spaghetti? Let's talk Italian, okay, or something like that, just to give you something to talk about while you're watching this video. Pineapple, yes or no?
No,
we don't need to talk to you.
I told them exactly what I do, and they're selling it like I'm undercover. What do you do?
So I have back and forth conversations and or interviews, really whatever direction you guys want to take it. And, you know, we keep it very respectful, and I'm more right-leaning, and that's what I told them. And so they thought it was like a big surprise, but it's, I told them exactly what I do.
The bro code guys. So
What does that mean?
young men that don't have anything better to do than to fight against. Do you even know what he stands for? Tell me one good policy of his.
Cracking down on the border and wrapping up the worst crisis in American history.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, you laugh about that. Why is that? Why do you laugh about that?
I'm not going to engage with you. Go. And you, shame on you, because he doesn't like people of color. So.
What is your evidence for saying that, if you don't mind? You pointed out my cameraman and says shame on you because he has a darker skin complexion than you.
Yeah, that's how they arrest people these days. And if you're not sure of that, then watch. And
Well, this is what's so helpful. I mean, we can have a conversation about the facts. I'm not going to run away from it. Are you?
I don't want to talk to somebody who's going to use my words and edit them.
No,
and
that's not what I'm going to do. I post the full conversations if you'd like to see them.
Just keep honest to God, just keep Yeah, if you want to be known in history as part of the Nazi movement, go ahead.
The cartels agree with you, miss. They would love no enforcement on the southern border.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's not the southern border. These are people that. Do you have a housekeeper?
enforcing-
Do you go to a car wash? Do you have work done on your house?
Yeah. So you need.
Who does that?
You're
Who
talking
does
about
that?
you need your cheap illegal labor. I'm saying that's wrong to exploit illegal
okay.
labor.
Well, who's going to do that labor? Are you?
You
You
don't-
going to start doing hard work? Because I doubt it. You walk around with a microphone like you're doing something.
Yeah, you don't need illegal immigrants to do low-wage work. In fact, that's what suppresses wages.
Yeah. Okay. Because you're going to go pick strawberries? I don't think so.
It's
Do
not
you
about
eat
me.
fruit
It's
or
not
veg-
about me doing
No. Yeah, it is. It is.
it. They don't need to be illegal. Is my point.
They need to fast track them. They need to fast track them to get them to work visas. They need to be here because they're awesome at that work.
So they need to be rewarded for entering the country illegally.
Okay. Go
Does that
away.
encourage more illegal
Where's
immigration?
your family from? Where is your origin?
Oof.
Country of origin.
Scottish, Irish,
how did they come?
late 1800s legally. They came legally.
Oh, yeah, you know that for a fact.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yours probably did too.
Good. No, my mom was actually an immigrant, so
Oh, she was illegal?
she wasn't illegal. She had a visa and then got married, and they made her
Perhaps
a
I should
citizen.
clarify. I was talking about illegal immigration when it comes to immigration enforcement.
You know what? You're doing a lot of harm. So, bye-bye.
I think facilitating the worst human trafficking
here,
crisis down at the border is doing more harm.
Okay.
Because that's you
Because you
reward
live-
people
you
for
live
coming
by
in
the
illegally, so
border?
more people come.
You live by the border?
We've done a lot of reporting down at the border. We're well aware of the chaos that it creates.
I don't know. What is your name?
I'm James Klug.
James who?
James Klug.
Klug.
Yeah,
Sounds German.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
K-L-U-G.
Makes sense. Okay.
Wait, makes sense. Thanks for your time, man. Have a good one. She said.
You better have your papers at all times.
Are you saying that because you're assuming he's an illegal immigrant because he's brown?
I'm saying it doesn't matter. He goes after brown people, and if you don't think that's true, then look around.
Do you mind providing one example to convince us or the audience of that?
So the car wash on Lakewood and South Street has been hit 3 times. Those men are hardworking men, and they get picked up. And there have been people that are U.S. citizens picked up, and they don't care. If you want to join ICE, why don't you wear your mask, wear your little uniform?
Yeah.
You guys are
defending the homeland is definitely an important job. They do checkup, they do welfare checks on unaccompanied minors. They pick up some of the worst people on the planet. They also, of course, enforce immigration law.
Okay. You know what? We're going in circles here. I don't believe you, and you don't believe me. So move on.
Oh no! I just asked you for one example of like an American being picked up and deported.
There's plenty. There's plenty.
Could you name them?
No, I can't name them. Can you name some that are picked up that are? Why doesn't he go after gang members?
I'm not going to prove your point for
He
you.
doesn't go after the dangerous people he promised because they're still here. So.
Yeah, no, they do go after gang members.
Oh, they do not. That would be too hard. They like to go harass.
You want me to show you some examples of recent ones that have been picked up and deported?
Show me.
Cool. Sounds good.
Oh, are they MS-13? Do they have it written on their hand like Trump thought? Oh my God, go away.
Wait, do you want me to show you or you want me to go away? we could pull up the specific articles on these individuals, but if you'd like to see,
You're getting it from X. That's not a reliable source.
I'm getting it just from the federal government's social media. They're pretty transparent about who they're picking up and deporting.
That's a reliable source.
Who's a reliable source to you right now? Who would you like me to show? He's right here. New Orleans arrested Percy Oswaldo, a citizen of Guatemala. His criminal history includes a conviction for rape.
Oh, so one? So one?
I just
What
pulled up
about
one example
the
for you. I
6
pulled
guys
up
at the car wash that got picked up that have families here that work hard to support their families?
It's sad to see when people come in illegally,
It's
but
happening more and more. And
Yeah.
they've been here for years and years and have been productive people. So stop.
maybe I should clarify. I'm not saying they only arrest gang members and
Nazi
stuff.
boy. Bye-bye, Mr. Clue.
You just call me Nazi boy?
Yeah.
What is your basis that what is your reason for calling me a Nazi? So all Germans are Nazis?
And you believe what you're saying. So
It's just basic immigration enforcement, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, you know what happens when we don't enforce immigration laws? You end up with the worst border crisis in American history.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You're good at talking points. Where do you get your source of news?
That's a great question.
What is it? OAN and Fox.
No.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I'll answer for you. So I get those figures from
the government,
from immigration and I'm sorry, from
Christy Nome. Oh,
Border Patrol under Biden's administration. That's where I got the figures from.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
You want me to pull it up on my phone for you so you can see?
Don't. I want you to keep walking. Here, this man.
Have a good one. How you doing? I'm James Klug on YouTube. She was calling me a Nazi. I was like, okay, come on, man. James Klug on YouTube, sir. So you can do @James KLUG.
You don't post bullshit on.
I strive to deliver the facts.
I mean, that's just another area that he's done.
Everything. Why is he defunding the National Park Service? Don't you like to go to Yosemite? He's fired people. Everything that brings joy to Americans, he's got his hands in.
Well, I think I could throw you a bone on that one and say, hey, I'd probably put that very last. But when it comes to budget cuts, I have no problem with cutting across the board.
Oh, really? Tell me why.
Because we're $37 trillion. Because we're $37 trillion in debt.
I don't object to trying to reduce the national debt. It's been a goal since I was born.
Hold on one second.
I don't want to contribute to your site, and if I see it, my son-in-law, who's an attorney, will be contacting you. So I did not.
That's not how the First Amendment works, ma'am.
Oh, really?
Yes,
So now you're citing amendments?
Well, there's no expectation of privacy in a public setting.
Oh, okay. Well, my son-in-law's an attorney, so he'll be here.
Still has the right not to have her interviewed.
Yep. You have to sign.
Maybe if she wasn't calling me a Nazi without any evidence, I would listen to her. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to call your names because that only furthers
I'm not
the
gonna call you.
stupidity.
Okay, so where were we? Okay, yeah. Right. So him saying he's going to run on getting Donald Trump, not lawfare.
Was it a good video, guys? Was it a good video? At least the last little bit of it. Thank you for keeping the chat busy and everything, guys and girls. If there's others besides guys and girls, there's an Emmett in there. I'm not sure how Emmett had a good Thanksgiving. He identifies as a guy, I believe, but sometimes when he sings or something like that on his Saturday night streams, he does these sort of karaoke streams. Sometimes he does women's songs, and he does them so well on his women's songs. I'm not sure how Emmett can do those Madonna songs so perfectly. It's kind of interesting, but anyway, that is pretty cool. What else we got going on here? Let's go back to the news here for now. You guys have a good conversation. Yeah, Emmett, come on, admit it. You nail those voices there. You, Cyndi Lauper, I tell you.
Somebody that wore the uniform, as somebody that fought in the Middle East.
Already. Let's see how we're doing, guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you're a lurker. Okay, thank you, guys. I always like these kind of nature videos too once in a while. Here is a fun nature one here. That's a sheep or sheepdog is walking underneath a tunnel here. Oh, sheep there. Oh, and there's some sheepdogs with them. I got I like the music too. You guys prefer naked sheep or hairy sheep? Baby sheep. I haven't seen Kat in the chat in a while there, but maybe she's around or something like that. Somebody using that 26 people on YouTube out there besides the chatters, but I don't mind the lurkers. Lurkers lives matter. What else we got here? Oh, Timber Chat's always got some good takes.
I mean, these folks are here, they're military age, and we've got to address it. And I don't, legislation, look, Congress can't get out of their own way. It just takes too long. Let's just be honest, both parties. I mean, and somebody asked me why we do that, Burchett, and I said, by tradition, of course. I mean, that's just our tradition, just to drag our heels. And the K Street lobbyists, look, one thing you got to remember, too, is who's funding these groups when they get here?
Yeah.
A lot of these groups are funded through NGOs. And NGOs, non-government organization, that's a poor name for them because you're American tax dollars. In Afghanistan alone.
Exactly. Why can we not sort of get rid of some of these NGOs, at least look into them a little bit more? Like, are you sort of funding potential terrorism? Yeah, you're not getting any more money.
We know of at least 1,000 that are funded through American NGOs. And then if you add the United Nations, which is another disaster, it's a calamity waiting to happen. And I agree. These folks are everywhere. It needs to be, legislation is great, but we need an executive order, I think, to jump in on this thing in a hurry.
Lurkers' lives matter. Yeah, sidetrack. You betcha.
Because Congress will, again, wants to drag its feet, and then we'll be looking at another bright, shiny object down the street next week.
Yeah.
Congressman, in terms of where we go from here, is Congress going to launch any sort of investigation looking into Operation Allies Welcome going forward and how things came to be this way in the United States?
Ma'am, I'm sure we'll launch several investigations, and we'll write somebody a very strong letter. Again, we've got a commander-in-chief that gets it, and Congress never gets it. It's just too.
We'll write a very strong letter that that agency better behave, or something like that. That section of the State Department that allowed all those potential terrorists to come into the country. Shame on you. Shame on you. where instead, Trump will sort of defund that particular agency or the people that did that kind of stuff.
Drug out. The Republicans have a 3 or 4 person lead, and we're one flu season away from really losing the Republic, because the left, which is the Democrat Party, is not your granddad's Democrats anymore. These people are Marxists. They're openly against our country. They hate our military. They hate our border patrol. They hate everything about it. And this is just, you can't. They won't even apologize. They won't even say they're sorry that this young lady lost her life in service to our great country. And
they won't say her name, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're out touting this, and they're out promoting it. They're out promoting. They want people to be to disobey orders from their commander in chief. I mean, it's kind of they've crossed over that line, and there's no going back. And where's the outrage? You don't even see the outrage that from any of the major news sources outside of yourself of this situation. It is ridiculous. This poor lady was murdered by somebody who had no shape, form, or fashion should have been in our great country, but was allowed. And there's more just like him out there. I can guarantee you that.
Yep. Not to mention the copycat types, What's Carter Lake been up to?
So thank you for all your work with that. And you also oversee Voice of America.
Right. Well, U.S. Agency for Global Media, most people don't realize, they go, what does it do? Well, we're the media agency for global audiences. The federal government has an agency that puts out news. You could call it propaganda because it is funded by you, the taxpayer, all over the globe. And we are just having a big story break. One of our grantees, we've got grantees, Radio Free Asia, Radio Free Europe, Middle East Broadcasting Network. One of them, Radio Free Asia, has put up for auction all of their very expensive equipment that you, the taxpayer, paid for. They're putting it up, for example, equipment, HD cameras that go for $10,000. They're putting it up for 80 cents. They're doing a mass fire sale of really giving away equipment that the American taxpayer funded. And they're saying they're doing it because we haven't paid them, when in fact that's a lie. We've paid them. Our agency has paid them. As a matter of fact, the judge has forced us to pay them every single month. They, to the tune of $60 million. They shut down their broadcasting, which covers many countries in Asia, about a week or so, or a few days before President Trump's historic trip to Asia. And they said that they couldn't cover that because we haven't paid them. So it's...
Who's doing the propaganda, them or us? You know, like, no, we don't want to let Asia know that Trump's coming.
It's been one lie after the next. I sent them a letter last night telling them to expect a team of...
You're a professional lurker out right the Harley. That's all you are. You're like you should get paid for your lurking skills. I won't pay you, though. Somebody else will have to pay you.
Auditors to be banging at their door starting next week, and we're going to find out where every single cent that the American taxpayers have paid to Radio Free Asia. We're going to find out where it went, because something smells really fishy over at that operation.
No, the fishy joke was not a racist joke about Asia. Come on, guys. That was just smelling fishy does not mean you're making fun of Asians. Bryson Ray did a song here, evidently, or Nick's Order. Looks like, let me see what this is here.
All right, so you came out here tonight. We just saw the
I thought it was Bryson Gray. Never mind.
procession go by. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
It's real sad. It's heartbreaking. This young lady came from West Virginia to D.C. To, make sure our kids were.
You smell very fishy. It sounds like a tuna fish. Is what you smell like there. Tuna fish and squid combination is what Count Emmett smells like.
Safe here, and she lost her life. It's heartbreaking. So the family, you guys have our condolences, West Virginia, from D.C.
He's broken up about the lady who passed away there at the hospital.
You're all good, man.
From D.C. to West Virginia, we send y'all our love. We appreciate you guys.
What do you have to say to the other National Guardsmen that are still out here every single day, knowing that they're...
Oh, that is actually Nick's Order's voice. Oh, that's good.
Well,
brothers and sisters just got shot.
Well, to the National Guard members that are still out here, we're not animals in the city. And we want you to know that we appreciate you guys working with us, like mentor our youth to
like that one.
Be like role models and engage our youth in ways that they've never been engaged. And so we can keep each other safe.
Thank you, sir.
Keep up the good work, guys.
Well done. Well done. Good interview. Is this overseas again somewhere? Doesn't say where, but probably overseas.
Yes. If I was to go online right now and order some food, come this way.
Probably UK.
Yeah, I'll show you.
But you're not ordering food.
I could do. He might have ordered some 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
They got a Billy's Burger Shack here.
A MAGA hotel selling takeaway from the back door of Billy's Burgers. No relation.
Hey guys, wait here for your order. You can come here and order from the migrant hotel. You can order food from Billy's Burger Shack. You got a food delivery place here what delivers burgers and that? Because it says food collection here. You can burgers. Billy's Burger Shack. That's here.
So how can you do this trespass?
No, there's nothing here. Yeah, it's a private
There's a sign at the back.
It says it right there, and the sign's on the back saying "Wait here for collection."
But it's not here.
Go online and Google it. Well, I'm gonna order a burger then.
Not sure exactly what the situation is here.
From here, so I can collect
It
it.
says
Yeah?
it around the back.
It says
No,
around the
but
back.
It's not here. I'm saying it's a private property. Yeah.
I think you're full of shit.
Would
I think you're telling
be
lies.
willing to provide me with your details?
Are you off your head? What for?
If I was
Provide me with your details so we can find out what's going on. Evidently, a migrant hotel is selling burgers out of the back door, despite the sign and it appearing on delivery apps. Security says it's not here. Interesting. A migrant hotel selling burgers. Interesting. Oh, this guy's always cool.
And the Governor Steins there in North Carolina. Perhaps there is a glimmer of hope that they may realize that, but I'm still not here.
Tara, don't lie to the audience, okay? You're not old enough to be a grandma, okay? Just you're probably 30 years old or something like that. So don't lie about your age, thinking that you're super mature and things like that. Okay, be nice now.
Hearing what I want to hear from those elected representatives to quell down this violence, to quell down what's happening on the streets. Kylie, oftentimes they will say something like the masked bank robbers that you just had on your earlier clip. They'll say something like that, and we'll hear it on the streets a mere few hours later. So they need to do a much better job in quelling down that rhetoric so that these National Guard members and law enforcement aren't put in jeopardy, which they are put in jeopardy now.
So that's an interesting.
They are always in jeopardy in these liberal towns or whatever. There's just people aiming for them, trying to just kind of make sure things are nice, clean the streets, see a crime, take care of it, things like that. Craziness. American Hero principal eulogizes National Guard member Sarah Backstrom at her hometown vigil. Here's what he said.
Sarah was the kind of student teachers hoped for. She carried herself with quiet strength, a contagious smile, and a positive energy that lifted people around her. She was sweet, caring, and always willing to help others. Her commitment to service both in her school and in our nation's military spoke volumes about her character. She chose a path of honor and responsibility, and she did it with humility and grace. Sarah was the kind of...
Well said, well said. Here's a little bit of Liberty Hangout. I told you might listen to some of her.
He's against human rights. What human rights is he against? LGBTQIA+. Can you go more into depth about that? What rights of gay people has he vehemently been against that you can point to for solid proof? Well, is he a Christian that is one of the people who believes... I can't do this right now. I was just asking for proof. If he's against gay rights... Yeah. Are you...
Yes, yeah. Accusations without proof are what? Accusations.
You kidding? No, I like proof when people say that someone's against human rights. No, thank you. If you think of any, come on back. I'll be here for...
Oh my goodness. It's all the time. Just accusation. No proof. No, at least say Rachel Maddow said it or something like that, Something like that. Give me something to go to, but they can't do it. Here's everybody's favorite Italian president here.
Vergogna.
Or prime minister, I'm not sure which.
Emmanuel Macron ci ha definiti vomitevoli, cinici, irresponsabili. E qui la stampa...
Sorry, you guys can't see what it says there. Can you see it now? Actually, you can sort of see what it says on the bottom there. I could probably get rid of that banner for you for a second.
italiana a dire, hai visto che ha detto Macron, che siamo irresponsabili.
I gotta get rid of my thing.
Vergogna. Irresponsabile Emmanuel Macron sono quelli che hanno bombardato la Libia perché gli dava fastidio che l'Italia avesse un rapporto privilegiato in campo energetico.
The irresponsible Emmanuel Macron are those who bombed Libya because they were concerned that Italy would obtain important energy concessions with Gaddafi
con Gheddafi, esponendoci al caos
and left us facing chaos of illegal immigration we are facing now.
migrazione nel quale ci troviamo. Cinici e
The next to Emmanuel Macron are the French who send the gendarmerie whatever to return any immigrant trying to cross the border in that place.
Emmanuel Macron sono i francesi che mandano la gendarmerie a rispedire indietro qualunque immigrato tenti di passare il confine a Ventimiglia. Ma soprattutto,
And most of all, and because things have to be said right, discussing,
perché le cose vanno raccontate come si deve, vomitevole è chi... Buono, che lo vuoi tu? Ci ho mai tolto il pathos. Vomitevole.
discussing is France that continues to exploit Africa by printing to 14 African countries, charging them mint fees. Oh yeah, Africa has to pay for their own minting for their money there.
E chi, come la Francia, continua a sfruttare l'Africa stampando moneta per 14 nazioni africane sulle quali applica il signoraggio, facendo lavorare bambini nelle miniere, estraendo materie prime come
Children labor in the mines and by extracting raw materials as it is happening in
accade in Niger, dove la Francia estrae il 30% dell'uranio che gli serve a far camminare le centrali nucleari e il 90% dei nigerini vive senza...
Look at that number there, where France extracts 30% of the uranium it needed to run its nuclear reactors, while 90% of Niger's population lives without electricity.
elettricità. Non ci venire a fare lezioni.
Do not come to teach us a lesson, Macron. The Africans are abandoning their continent because of you.
Macron, perché l'Africa scappa da voi e la soluzione è no.
The solution is not to transfer Africans to Europe, but to liberate Africa from some Europeans, like the French.
Non è spostare gli africani in Europa, è liberare l'Africa da certi europei. Non accettiamo
We will not accept lessons from you. Is that clear?
lezioni. Chiaro?
Drop the mic. Well said, well said. What's going on here? Is this overseas also here? 15 minutes. No 15-minute videos right now. This is FBI Director Kash Patel here.
For the next steps, the judicial, because it's pending in terms of appellate status and what we are going to do for the next steps, the judicial process can make whatever determination it wants, but we, the FBI and our partners at the DOJ, have numerous options to proceed, and we're executing on all those options. So we're not done.
Any detail available?
I would say stay tuned for right after Thanksgiving, and you'll see multiple responses, in my opinion.
So you've initiated some cultural changes at the FBI. That's something that many people have talked about. Some people like it, some people don't. What would you say is the most...
Because it's pending.
I got a civilized troll in the chat there, Jethro. I'm going to call you a civilized troll.
In terms of appellate status and what we are going to do for the next steps.
Avi, I mean, he always does a nice job there. 4-minute video. We'll see how this turns out.
Far worse than anything you've done, what you did to the king. Why is it that you've received the harshest censure in parliamentary history?
Because I'm Pauline Hanson. I'm a threat to the establishment. I'm a proud Australian, and I think that Victoria is an absolute basket case what's going on down here. And I keep getting people that say, come to Victoria, please do something to help us down here. The country's gone to wreck and ruin, and I'm really concerned about it for future generations.
There's 3 issues that they're rallying for here: mass migration, digital ID, and lower energy. Which one do you think is most important for Victorians or for Australians in general?
Mass migration, definitely.
Why?
You sort out mass migration because it affects the housing, the health system, people being able to own their own homes, their odd jobs, everything flows from that. Cost of living is going up as well, and governments have allowed this to happen. Since Albanese's been in, we've seen an increase of about 1.5 to 2 million people coming to the country, and these people are feeling disillusioned themselves. They were given all these promises, and it's not working out for them as well. Clean up our own backyard before we invite more people in the country. That's what I'm saying. I've always been on about immigration, but the governments feel that they just keep pouring more people in the country. It's going to help them with their GDP because they can't control their spending.
Most important question: why have I never been invited to your house for a steak?
And listen, that was at Parliament House. So
Oh.
Parliament
Open invitation?
Yes, but it's Parliament House is no race, and I'll do it on sandwich press. But you've got to close the lid, right? That's a secret.
Finally, I noticed you didn't come in your burqa. Is that because you're worried about the new Victorian police legislation, the new powers that they have, where they can force you to take off your face coverings in Victoria?
I have no problem if you've got a burqa, then take it off. That was my whole argument. But it's about protecting women's rights, national security. It doesn't belong in Australia. Go and find an Islamic country that will have it, and many don't allow women to wear it anymore. It's the oppression of women, and women around the world in Iran are fighting against having to wear the burqa, and even some women have lost their lives because of it. Wake up, Australia. Don't let our government and our politicians force this on us. Stand strong in your and protect our democracy and freedom of speech.
We noticed, we're all paying attention around the country. We've seen some of the stunts from people like Lydia Thorpe and some of the other senators there. Far worse than anything you've done, what you did to the King. Why is it that you've received the harshest censure in parliamentary history?
Because I'm Pauline Hanson. I'm a threat to the establishment. These other politicians just follow the line. They're not there fighting for the people. It's a job to them. And they got.
Let me know if you guys are still in the chat there, guys. Let me know if I put a 1 if the chat is working, put a 2 if the chat is not working. Yeah, pretty much. You want to know right there about Australia. Australia. I got enough Australia stuff going on there. Full of Yemeni, though, to get more information. Here is this lady again here.
Io penso che ci sia un problema di compatibilità tra la cultura islamica.
No translation, though, so that doesn't help me. Here, New York City again. Here, lovely New York City people here. Very angry people. You always notice that the lefties and the Hamas supporters or whatever, they always have these angry looks, whereas most right-wingers always have happy looks, smiling looks, even though we might be upset with what somebody's doing, we're not going to express that hate-filled emotion, just gonna say, live and let live. Bleep, 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 bleep. Why do they keep covering it? I've noticed that a lot the past few days in Portland or whatever. They've already been exposed and things like that. So, but they keep wanting to cover their nose up and things like that. I'm like, once you've been on camera once by the other side, you're already on camera. It's already exposed. Like, you don't really need to keep trying to hide your face. It's already. Allegedly. Anyway, a silly video there. Sometimes I just bookmark it for the heck of it. There's a guy. Who is this guy anyway that was doing a Trump dance after open heart surgery?
Yeah.
Not really a Trump dance, more of just a YMCA dance. Oh, there it is. There, that's more of a Trump dance. You got the hips that go in there. Buzz Patterson says Democrats care about narco terrorists and illegal aliens. We care about our American heroes. We are not the same. I'm guessing the veterans were the ones that had the salute going on. Civilians were just kind of folding their hands.
May you hear every song. May you always.
David Medina was in Portland for the tree lighting thing here. Let's check this one out.
Can't even say Christmas. It says right there on the thing, right? All right, guys, so I'm in front of the Portland. They call it the tree. I'm not even kidding you. Look at, they can't even say Christmas. It says right there on the thing, right there. It says the tree. Here in Portland, Oregon. If you notice the fake news, local news media, and all of the influencers, they just call it the holiday tree. I am declaring that this is now hereby renamed to the Christmas tree. It's okay to say Christmas, but you guys don't want to say Christmas because it's for Christians, right? But if it was a Muslim thing, you guys wouldn't have any problem saying it. But Portland, this is the Christmas tree, the Portland Christmas tree. Let's take back Christmas. Let's not let them take Christmas from us.
Yeah. People do that in your towns out there, your states, or again every year or whatever. They find more and more things to not call Christmas. Not Merry Xmas or something like that. Write it on there. Yeah, probably would, but the problem is we're not the graffiti type people. Things like that there. But it would be nice to kind of have another sign on the outside saying, "This is the Christmas tree. This is a Christmas tree," with the arrows pointing at it, not a tree. That would be nice. They're trying to fix it. How you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah. Oh, what's going on here with Danielle Smith? Just announced the Alberta sovereignty. Then any Canadians in the chat, put a 1 if you're from Canada. Just announced that Alberta sovereignty and a United Canada Act. Alberta will refuse the Liberal QQ grab and introduce a castle law protecting your rights to defend your home.
I'm announcing today that next week, our UCP government will be introducing a new motion under the Alberta Sovereignty Within a United Canada Act that will, if passed in the legislature, instruct all provincial entities, including our municipalities and law enforcement agencies, to refuse to enforce or prosecute under the federal gun seizure program.
In other words, a sanctuary province for gun laws, QQ laws.
Now, the Sovereignty Act motion will also make it clear that these agencies will not enforce or prosecute Albertans defending their homes and families from intruders. I'm announcing today.
There you go. Finally, Alberta's going to become Florida or Texas. Anybody else like their states? That's good. You like that as a Canadian? Which province are you from, Michael? I forgot. I think you said BC, if I recall. Which isn't as right leaning as Alberta, but I would imagine it's probably the second or third most right leaning. Not that that's saying much. No idea what that's about. And Antifa unions and things like that, whatever. Probably important. You guys want to know the latest news about the Stockton banquet hall situation? Four dead last report. Children and adults. Something else. I might come back to that later if we see any news on that. Here's New York clearing the streets here. This is when the leftists were going after ICE that was in the garage. Is it really? I know the Vancouver, Victoria area, but what about the rest of this province or whatever, up north or whatever? I would think further north they would be a little bit more nice or whatever, in the kind of the foresty area or whatever it is up there by the Columbia River and things like that. Obstructing federal investigators, immediate arrest. They put a garbage can on the road? Wow. Oh, that's good. I mean, it's not good, but I can imagine better than having it completely leftist like Portland or New York City, where most of these people that did this stuff or whatever, if they do get sent to jail, the DA there, assuming this is Manhattan area, will be let go right away, I'm sure. All the efforts the cops are doing out here would be fruitless. If you guys like this kind of content, watch freedomnews.tv. Where's that Republican guy that's out there that's supposed to kind of help the city and things like that? The whatever his name is, he has like 13% in the vote or whatever, and he's part of some group or whatever to help clean up the city. Why aren't his people out there sort of helping the police? Not only is that theft because that property is not yours, but it's blocking the highway. But will any of these people get arrested for this stuff?
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the rain? There's an ice rain. What are your thoughts? There's ice.
Who doesn't belong? I didn't hear his answer there. ICE doesn't belong there, or these idiots here don't belong there?
Come on, follow me. Back up.
Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of the NGO things that you're talking about, on another thing earlier, where it's not just the U.S. NGOs, it's the UN's NGOs / globalists that are kind of pushing this kind of behavior. Seriously? Somebody probably came over, offered to help you. They were filming, but they were probably also say, "Can we help you also?" or something like that. And they get out of my face, flipped them off like, what the heck? Insanity in New Yorkers. Yes, this is the real Antifa type. They want to call themselves, they'll actually go against ICE directly. They won't just yell and scream at them like certain other people. Hey, thank you, Patrick. I watched some of your videos on here earlier that you did already and everything, checking things out there. Thanks to the repost on Twitter. Usually, I'm not sure if because I usually go to YouTube and Twitch. I haven't seen any Twitch talk, but you're the first person I saw chat on Twitter. I appreciate it. Twitter people usually like the live action and things like that. That's why you see all the stuff there. I'm not sure if they're big on the news shows. I guess War Boys and things like that's a new show. If we, I can just count the words. If we don't get it, shut it. 8 words. This is a new record, guys. New record.
Thank y'all so much. Code for the location. And finally, on December 14th, Sunday, December 14th.
That's
Turn your eyes. I'm turning my eyes anyway.
solidarity we need to build a united front that will destroy fascism in this country. That's what's needed to make what happened in Charlotte happen everywhere. But we got to be willing to do the work. And I believe we can do it. If we got however many people are out here
I'm not sure. I don't want to know, Michael. I don't want to know.
tonight to brave all this traffic and came through.
But the person was talking about doing work. I'm sure somebody did a lot of work on that person.
All of this to be here. We can do it tomorrow. We can do it the next day. If we keep doing this work, if we make... Who's sitting? Our city! We stand here today, actually, in a country that prevails over the most expansive...
I blame some of the parents out there, guys. Some of the parents out there of these younger kids out there. The parents probably said, you're going to make a difference in the world, honey. You're going to make a big difference in the world. You know, we really want you to go out there and make a difference in the world, that kind of thing, which it's okay, but they need to be a little bit more specific. Through the work that you do, you're going to make a difference in the world. Through your education of what you do, you're going to make a difference in the world. Not through your emotional TDS, among other things, will you make a difference in the world. It's my theory. I'm not sure if anybody agrees, but
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! And we can't let them have peace! These jackbooted thugs, these stormtroopers, ICE, the National Guard, these are what they are. These are the same people as the Gestapo. That's what we are experiencing today. And we cannot let this...
So many generations removed from what actually happened in World War II. And they think they know what happened then. History's been rewritten in their head.
We have to stand against all of us together. I need y'all to come with us in solidarity against these forces, these anti-human forces that are strip us of our rights. And no KKK, no racist USA!
Probably another 8 words maybe on that one. I don't know.
No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA!
Well, let's count them again. No Trump. No 3 letters. No fascist USA. That's 7 words. 7 words basically.
Black lives are under attack. What do we do? When immigrant lives are under attack, what do?
When immigrant lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. 14 words. That is the biggest one song that they've ever done there. That's amazing,
All right. I'm low. We even got here, y'all. Now, we have a comrade that's coming up here. Sally from Workers' Order from the Medicom.
If you ask them what that means, they say, go talk to the organizer.
One of the brave Native warriors from the Wampanoag people.
What immigrants are we talking about?
United, we never be defeated. A todos y estamos esperándolos. Nos unimos, luchamos y seguro que ganamos. Thank you so much. As we come together, we're going to fight and we're going to win.
As you see, looks like a Muslim guy there, surrounded by a bunch of LGBTQ people there that supporting him when his central thing in his life, is his religion likely, and his religion tells him that the people around him deserve to be badly affected. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Trump is saying that he wants to arrest 5,000 immigrants in New Orleans before Border Patrol leaves, which would represent a huge escalation on the attacks that are already happening in our city, in our communities, in the greater New Orleans area. So we do believe that we could see things really escalate in the coming days, which means that the people need to get ready to come out and defend our communities. You can follow us on Instagram. It is
Make sure you follow freedomnews.tv, guys. Good channel, good channel. Give you a lot of good information. Although these guys pulled this from their campaign, we retweeted it. Let's see. You guys really want to watch Chandler here, guys? Hold on. Hey, are you still in the chat? Patrick, are you still in the chat? If you are in the chat, I'm going to send you a link here if you want to, and you can come on stream and we can talk about Valley Ray and Chandler or something like that if you want to. If you're still in the chat hanging out there, let me know, and then I'll send you a StreamYard link.
I love you, Chad.
You guys, one, if you're fans of Valley Ray, two, if you're not fans of Valley Ray, three, if you don't care, if you don't know who Valley Ray is.
What kind of toilet paper do you got? What kind of toilet paper do you got? Angel stuff? Do you use around their parade?
Oh, I think it might be in this video here. If he's AC and G, how you doing? Nice to see you too. Nice chatting with you last night. I think that when there's the was it one? I said you like Billy Ray, so some people like him. Bacon Toast, you're not a fan. Michael doesn't know who he is so much. Jethro's doing his thing there. Thank you, Jethro, for hanging out.
And they pick on someone. Chandler!
Go away. You're really, really annoying.
Why are you growing your hair so long? It looks like a little. Your hair looks like a dress.
It's like handles.
It's like your hair's like a dress.
So it's not that big of a deal.
Hey, I need to get a haircut too, but that's actually I keep cutting it myself just to shorten it.
Rubbing alcohol that you like. If you,
That's what they say. You spray the stuff first.
Spray rubbing alcohol into the toilet.
I'm not a big fan of the Billy Ray's language so much, but his message and his philanthropy are always good.
You poop. It's also for sanitizing.
Are we talking about poop again? We're talking about pooping?
I guess so. Talking about sanitizing the toilet.
1, 2, 3, 4. Pooping and challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go again.
Pooping at Chandler's. Poop at Chandler's. Pooping at Chandler's. Poop at Chandler's. Pooping 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 at
Chandler.
Chandler's. Pooping at Chandler's.
Oh, the guy behind him, right back there. In 30 years, that'll be Chandler. The way he's going, this one here, that's going to be him, except a little bit more communist-ish.
Pooping at Chandler's. 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 Pooping at Chandler's.
You guys can follow me on Twitter. You see CNG Trump over on Twitter. If you guys haven't clicked that follow link on Twitter already, I know most of you probably earlier you followed me over there, but I'm trying to get a few more people over there so you can get the latest news. And when I can start going live from there when I go to Portland or whatever. So I'll go for YouTube also, but I'll go use my other phone and go from Twitter also. Well, I'm having trouble getting it to go horizontal on that into things though. There's that link there, and put that into the chat over there. Paste, and there's the link.
Pooping at Chandler's. Pooping at
His hair is anyway.
Pooping at Chandler's. Pooping at Chandler's. Pooping at Chandler's. Pooping at Chandler's. Pooping at
But are you serious, Ryan?
Chandler's. Pooping at Chandler's. Shitting at Chandler's. Shitting at Chandler's. Pooping at Chandler's. I know you at Chandler's. Pooping at Chandler's.
So anyway, in 2014, there was a study conducted called Testing Theories on American Politics. All it looked at was the stated goals and objectives.
Shut your mouth. Get the fuck out of here. Shut your fat ass mouth out of here.
Fuck out of here. Sir. Sir. Sir, stop.
You're a fucking disgusting bitch.
I guess some of the guys don't need to use that language, just kind of troll them rather than call them names. What they would do.
I would never hit a pregnant chick.
Oh, well, you just did that.
And later she admits she's not pregnant. See what's going on in the Portland homeless situation here. Kevin Dahlgren always kind of shows that. At least they allowed a little bit of place for people to walk along the sidewalk, right?
This one.
Talk about going against your ancestry, right? That's not far from downtown. You see the convention center in the background there. Oh, one more here. Oh, this is when that lady, this guy's mom or whatever, attacked Tommy Boy.
You are shit. This motherfucker. These are the kinds of people. Idiots. You're so triggered, dog. You can talk about my wife, but get triggered when I talk about this lady, this thing, whatever it is. Oh, you're on the jail. Stop. You're on the jail.
She did not like to be called that. It was, yeah, it could be a little bit triggering, somebody in her mind dehumanized her probably at that point there, but still, you no reason to attack a person's property.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Going.
How close were the cops? If anybody else was watching that time, CNG or somebody, how close were the cops to Tommy when they were talking and yelling or something like that? Was that all live, or did Tommy turn it on or whatever after it fell down or something like that? It seems like that was a pretty quick arrest there.
Jail. Going to jail. Going to jail. Triggered violence. You touched my shit. Fuck that.
They're 20 to 40 feet away. Close enough to see what happened, but far enough away to not sort of make people stop by their presence kind of thing,
I'm pressing charges. Yes, you did. I'm pressing charges. You hit my hand, too.
I didn't touch you.
You touched my shit. I'm pressing charges. You grabbed my shit and knocked my phone down. Are you retarded? Should have just went to eat a spaghetti factory. I'm going.
Who said that? Kind of a suggestion there. They should have just went to the spaghetti factory. That might have been where they were going. Looks like she's dressed for spaghetti factory, which is a nice restaurant.
I'm pressing charges. Pressing charges. 100%. Oh, wipes. I got a bunch in my backpack too. Thank you. She's going to jail.
I feel kind of bad for her, I mean, she shouldn't have done it, but allegedly she came from Massachusetts to see her son or something like that. So I'm guessing they'll do the Zoom call or whatever. She has to go back to Massachusetts at that point there, but he was just laughing or whatever, wasn't getting too triggered, but his mom or whatever got a little bit too upset about that. What's going on here, guys and girls? Anything else to talk about here? Got that one. Let's check out some latest news here from maybe the Stockton situation or something like that. Do a quick refresh here. No, it's there. 35 points. There we go. Oh, right side. Rebel said something here recently. I got beef with Grok. Up till a moment ago, Grok thought I was a man. He called me out for my feud with Pam. Oh, really? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Follow right side Rebel. She's the person that somebody was mentioning that was smiling when she got into an altercation with Chandler's girlfriend. Oh, was this recently here?
Thank you, Mr. President. News Nation, failing News Nation. News Nation is doing lousy, by the way. But if you want to have it released, I'll release it.
Who is his favorite nowadays? He keeps kind of picking different favorite news networks all the time. You know, it used to be Fox, and a little while ago it was Newsmax. It was a big fan of his. I think he did like News Nation for a little while there. You know, certain people on News Nation, but evidently now he's not a big fan of News Nation.
For what, releasing?
No. What part of your body was the MRI looking at?
I have no idea. It was just an MRI. What part of the body? It wasn't the brain because I took a cognitive test and I aced it. I got a perfect mark, which you would be incapable of doing. Goodbye, everybody. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Please.
Notice, even though he was kind of trolling them, Jethro, you appreciate the troll there that Trump just kind of did to the news, but they were back then. Did they ever say thank you to Biden or something like that? You know, I mean, if they got 2 minutes with him every month or something like that, they probably said thank you. But these people sort of know that Trump is the kind of guy that if you respect him, he'll respect you back or something like that. When he hears the thank yous as he's leaving or whatever, he remembers those thank yous. Like, okay, they were polite. Well, next time he'll probably be polite back to them. You know.
Failing News Nation. News Nation is doing lousy, by the way. But if you want to have it released,
let's see what else is going on here. Oh, we didn't see this. Ocean Plot did this interview with what's her name here. You guys really want to watch a 12-minute interview with Mace Faces? I don't know what her real name is or whatever. Different nicknames for her out there. Here's a one more Trump hero.
people from different countries that are not friendly to us and countries that are out of control themselves. Countries like Somalia.
This must have been on his way back to Washington.
That have virtually no government, no military, no police. All they do is go around killing each other. Then they come into our country and tell us how to run our country. We don't want them. What are you talking about? You got to talk up.
She said how many countries?
Is there a list?
Well, I guess we gave you 19, right? There's probably more than that.
Is that what you mean when you mean third world countries, those 19?
No, I don't think they're all third world, but in many cases they are third world. They're not good countries. They're very crime-ridden countries. They're countries that don't do a good job. They're countries that don't register from the standpoint of success. And we, frankly, don't need their people coming into our country telling us what to do.
When you talk about
I'm talking about like Somalia, where you have a congressman goes around telling
He loves going after her, doesn't he?
everybody about our Constitution, and yet she supposedly came into our country by marrying her brother. Well, if that's true, she shouldn't be a congressman, and we should throw her the hell out of our country.
But 2 or 3 weeks before more investigations go into her marriage situation and things like that, you know, legal matters, you know, that no one is above the law, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to say? No one is above the law. So if you enter the country through illegitimate means, hello. Hey, and thanks guys over there on Twitter. I'll see you guys up there also. Thank you for watching and hitting that like button over there. Oh, I was wondering about that. Yeah, everybody's got their own opinion on that one. If it was me, I would have probably let it go or whatever, or sort of while I was talking to the person or whatever, are you willing to give me an apology? I would have sort of said to her, you know, while they had the distance apart there. And if she was not willing to give an apology at that point there, that press the charges at that point there. If she did give an apology, said, I won't press charges. You do what you do, cops.
Explain those people. Can you
The people from different countries that are not friendly to us, and countries that are out of control themselves. Countries like Somalia that have virtually no.
I already just saw that. Anything else crazy out there going on? Not that, not that. Looking for news, not anything. Ooh, yeah, I don't want to see that, whatever that was. I don't care about that one. That's crazy looking. What is this? I don't know. Whatever. Breaking it. An incredible gesture. President Trump has invited fallen West Virginia National Guard member Sarah Buckstrom's family to the White House after the attack in D.C. You knew he was going to do it. My only question was he going to go visit them, or was he going to have them visit him? I've already suggested, I said, when you're ready, come to the White House. We're going to honor Sarah. Likewise with Andrew. Will recover or not. 47 is a great leader. Well said. Well done. DJ2. No other news that I can see on here. Okay, we'll go watch May's face here. If you guys are that bored or whatever you guys want to watch the May's face interview here. There we go. Ocean plot.
Are you comfortable sharing your name?
Yeah, Leilani Fan.
So I've seen you out here a lot. Why are you out here?
I've been out here since June, really early June, probably like June 4th.
Oh,
I saw
wow.
a woman get arrested in her jingle dress, and that was very upsetting to see as someone who's Indigenous. So I started coming down here to see what was happening. And within a few days, place became a declared riot. And
It's too fast, guys, for you. I can slow it down if you want to, but trying to get through it, 179 views. What the heck? Oh, probably after Patrick did the share or whatever. I got a few more people watching. Thank you, guys. Make sure you hit the like button over there. I appreciate it. You guys are going to like to watch the stuff in Portland or whatever here it is.
I watched ICE officers pointing
Good example of Portland behavior right here.
weapons at our heads, and watching one of the craziest things happening in a neighborhood I've ever seen before in my life. Yeah.
Can I ask how old you are?
19.
That's crazy. Like, how does it feel coming out here so young and being exposed to all that? Like,
It's shocking. It really is. It's frustrating that young people are supposed to be the movement of everything, but it's
Right.
frustrating to be that there's only a small group of people and having to be so young and having to take.
Young people are supposed to be educated by now, and have enough smarts to know basic right from wrong,
My hands
right.
as well. Yeah.
Do you feel like there should be other people out here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Adults and yeah.
Yeah, no, I get sexually harassed a lot, and I wish more people would stand up for that.
Yeah.
And, step in with that because being down here is such a dangerous thing, and it's a lot. It really is.
So, Leilani, what keeps bringing you out here? It is dangerous, and you're young, and you're a female. You're by yourself a lot of the time.
Whenever I go home, I think it's foolish to be sitting around thinking about myself. Whenever there's people who are hungry, scared, and tired inside of holding cells or without their families, or I'm just watching history repeat itself from what my Indigenous ancestors had to deal with, and the complete demonization of a group of people because they aren't.
Do you believe she has Indigenous ancestors, guys? Anybody? If she did an ancestry, where do you think most of her ancestry would come from?
Proper or civilized enough. So watching, I can't take it. I can't sit at home and think about it and take it.
That passion overrides even.
Yeah, no, it makes me sick to just think about myself. Like whenever I moved out of my house a couple weeks ago, my life got completely turned on its head, and all I could be thinking about in those moments where I imagine how those people feel. Imagine those people feel with not having their parent come home, or not being able to get their medication inside of a holding cell, or having maggots in their food, like things like that.
So that empathy is probably rare. Actually, not everybody has that. What gave you that in your life?
I've been through a lot. I grew up Christian, so thinking about other people and caring about other people more than myself has been always the easiest thing to do. A lot of people say it's very selfless and humble, but in all honesty, I'm out here because it does fill a void. It does fill a void of like these people need to be out here and here, but it also does fill a void of like I don't know, if I was at home, I would feel like there's something so much more I could be doing with my life right now. And
do you feel like there's community and culture here as well? Like there's layers to it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I've met some of my closest friends here.
That's
and
good,
being
yeah.
here, and it's truly become a family. Like I think about holidays and I think about celebrating them, not even just celebrating, just being down here and protesting against people who can't celebrate with their families. And we are in a time right now where it is so hard to think about yourself because every single person is suffering. So I think that's just kind of how I think about it. Like whenever I think about my own personal suffering, it's going to get worse, and that's just And that's what brings me back down. There's people going.
So you've been coming since June. You've seen a lot of changes, I bet. The counter protesters started showing up.
Sorry, one more grifting, guys. One more grifting thing there. I just put my link to my Facebook page in the profile. I'm at 73. Is there any way I can make it to 75 here? Eventually, I want to get to 100 so I can live stream from Facebook also, just as another option there, you know. But if you guys are not or old enough to be on Facebook or young enough or whatever, you know, there's some people still use Facebook. Anyway, please click on the Facebook link and probably a follow button on there somewhere. You'll have to find it for me. I'm not sure where it's at. But feel free to follow that Facebook and see if I'll refresh it later and see if I went from 73 to 75. Hopefully I did. Maybe not. We'll see.
Like in
I think like mid-July. Or
yeah.
Mid-July, yeah.
So tell me about that. What was that like?
I think Ryan was the first people. Ryan and
right,
Katie
yeah.
were some of the first people to show up. And the first couple nights we were here, Ryan didn't really do much. He just kind of stood around, and we didn't really know what he was up to. We were
Right.
kind of like, "Why are you here? Like, who is
Just
this?"
watching.
Yeah, no. And after a while, we started to debate, and then it became. They were just like, we're just out here in protest of ICE. And then it became, we're actually out here in protest with you, and we don't like you. And then it moved over to the Antifa terrorists and us as an organized group. And I watched all of that build and grow, which was very interesting to watch the hatred build with us. Yeah. Watching the counter protesters come was interesting. It really was. I remember the first night Tommy was out here. I think I was there that night. Yeah.
That's a whole nother layer to it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tommy was a little bit later in the story too, but you know.
So what do you think about him overall?
Oh, Tommy's uneducated, and Tommy's been through a lot in his life. And I think a lot of these people just need a little bit of a helping hand, and just I feel like there's hope for these people. There is.
People that with their experiences need more help, you know, not somebody who hasn't had but 19 years of life experience.
Is because he lives a very, very hateful life, and he hates a lot of groups of people, and he's very angry. And you know, I can tell he's been in prison for 8 years. So I mean, I can tell there's clearly like some mental things going on. I feel like someone was just nice enough to
Mental things.
He could be able to come over to the crack side. Which, I mean, I try to do that. I try to. Whatever he's that nice, you know, you gotta try your best though.
So you even have empathy for him, and like,
I have empathy for
have you had good conversations with him or anybody over there, or no?
I can laugh at Tommy. I can laugh at Tommy. Me and Tommy can joke around.
He is funny.
You know, he's a funny guy. Good conversations. Not really with many people. I talk to a lot of the people who don't really show up. I have really good conversations with. Costin is one that seems reachable. He just seems like a young guy.
He's young,
very educated on things, and he even admits that. He says like, I just don't know about that.
Right.
Which, you know, it's like, okay, well, if you're not educated, then why are you down here in the most radical circles?
Education, yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like they're reachable. I have a lot of empathy for them, and because you know, like Pam was a Jam Sixer. You have to have empathy for those people.
Life is about change.
It is.
Yeah.
And you know, it's hard to have empathy whenever they're talking about how like trans people aren't people and don't deserve rights and things like that.
But definitely, you have to dig deep.
Yeah, no, really.
Please help us find where somebody said trans people aren't people. Nobody said they're not people. They might say trans is not a real thing in reality, you know. That doesn't mean they're not people.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of kindness and just
They just misinterpret words and things like that and don't understand what people are actually saying.
I've learned to smile and laugh off. Like I've been, you know, sexually harassed a lot, and I've been sexualized a lot, which I was expecting.
By that group?
Yeah. I was expecting it.
You know, just by that group? Yeah, right. Like Dustin Ragsdale, yeah.
To get to me at some point. It really hasn't, and I'm waiting, and that kind of made me realize that like this is very surface level hatred, and a lot of these issues they have are a lot more deep rooted, and there's probably some trauma back there that I don't know about and why there's so angry
definitely
people.
I think anybody coming out to this regularly, you must have something, like, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, shit, I know I'm not the
I'm not immune either, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of different goals out here, like abolish ICE, like get rid of the separating families. Like, where do you fall? What's your actual goal?
Well, I don't believe anyone is illegal on stolen land, and that's just my own personal opinion. But I mean,
let's see. Let's talk about Oregon here. Oregon stolen land. How did Oregon come about, guys? How did the U.S. acquire Oregon? You know, was there any claim to the land by Native Americans? Did Native Americans ever say that this is our area of land, you know? Or did they say Earth is everybody's land? Pretty sure they said Earth is everybody's land, Anyway.
There's no reason that people should be rotting in camps like they are.
Right.
People die in those facilities and they don't get medical attention or help. People should be treated like human beings, no matter where they come from. We treat our own prisoners better than we're treating people in illegal camps, because these are privately owned prisons and things like that. I believe that the way that all this is happening should be completely changed and completely different. I mean, it shouldn't take 20 years for somebody to be able to come to this country whenever this country is built off of immigrants, and this country's built off of people escaping prosecution for religion. So why are we now demonizing immigrants whenever that's literally what everything America is built off of, is immigration and people from other countries? And I think that it should just be an easier process, and I don't think facilities like this should exist. I think that not even processing facilities like this should exist. There should be offices and set places where there's guards and things like that. This is inhumane and dystopian. This is dystopian.
Where the humans being lost, basically.
Yes, no, and I think everything should be done in a different way, and there should be a whole entire redoing of this side of the government completely. That's just my opinion.
So, last question for you. Where does this go from here? Like, are both sides dug in?
I mean,
we're in deep winter almost.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I've been out here since June. I don't think I'm gonna go home until I see change. And this place has been around since 2018. We've had a consistent group since 2018. I mean, this place existed long before them, but there's been a consistent group protesting ICE since 2018. So I don't see everything.
It's a long fight. Yeah.
It is. It's a long one. I mean, if people are waiting 20 years to be able to come into the country, I can't imagine how long we'll be waiting out here to see change. The city council is now putting in a.
Hey Lou, how you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I think Lou already follows me on Facebook or whatever, but if she wants my Facebook link again or whatever, the Facebook Mr. Bill for Freedom channel, I can give it to you again here if you need it there. It looks like most of you guys are Twitter people and YouTube people anyway, but I'd appreciate it if you do have a Facebook account. Just click on the follow thing over here on this little link there. See if you can get to 75. I'd appreciate I get it.
Hasn't been voted on yet, but they're putting in a fee system for them, so they can.
So that's the next notch.
Next step. Yeah, I mean, it's really late in the step, but no, it's been about 6 months now. I mean,
right. Yes, yeah. Follow me on Rumble also. Rumble only Mr. Bill there too. Yes.
But
do you think they're doing too little on the city council?
Yeah, no. How do you wait 6 months to now just give them a pay-to-play option?
And it's just a fee that would have kicked in like a year.
They have an endless amount of money. This isn't going to do anything. This is just going to. They talked about how it's going to make it where it's unattractive for people to put more facilities in the area because it's like, okay, I guess that's a step. I mean, sure, whatever.
So I said last question, but one more question. You
okay, if it makes it unattractive for the government to put more facilities in the area. So if a Democrat gets put in charge again and wants to put up a homeless hotel out there, government homeless hotel, you're going to be okay. It's going to make it harder for that person to put up a homeless hotel.
You have passion, you have empathy. People watching are sitting at home. They probably don't have. They have it, but they don't have it the way you have it. I mean, so what's your message for people sitting at home trying to understand?
It's already hard enough for most businesses there too.
And this,
vote, do research, read, pay attention to what's happening over here, pay attention to what's happening in your cities, pay attention everywhere. Go to city council, vote for things, pay attention to what's happening because changes happen through your voice and what you do and showing up to things. Just become educated on what ICE is doing.
Okay, what are the counter protesters doing? They're showing up to things, and you say it's a bad thing. Hello.
Really doing, how they're doing it, process and how they're doing it, and how illegal people are getting into this country. And if you care about what ICE is doing, join rapid response. I know that's probably anyone who's watching is in probably your city. It's the people who are willing to go out ICE calls at any time of the day. Just small things like that where you can talk to people in your community. And just if you can't even do any of that, you have no time, put out signs in your front yard showing that you are safe for immigrants to come to your home if they're being prosecuted. It should stop.
There. Yes. How about you do that the past 4 years and say, no borders at my house, no borders at my house. Come in and take all the food you want. Stay inside. That way you're safe and the bad guys can't get you. You know, why didn't you do that the past 4 years? Just kind of keep them in your house and everything, and you can protect them with your Second Amendment rights if you wanted to, right?
So they can come and be safe in your yard on private property. Small things, just small things. And even if you can't help with immigration, buy a food for a homeless person. You know, there's a lot we could be doing right now. Everyone is struggling so much.
I'm leaving right here.
Oh yeah, no, do sorry, do things for other people and read. Read is the biggest thing.
Educate.
Read, educate.
Stop reading Communist Manifestos. Not a big fan of the Communist Manifesto. Thank you so much for that Ocean Plot. Check him out on Twitter. Might be on YouTube also, but I know he's on Twitter. See if there's anything else out there to watch or look into. If you want to know what Black Rebel said about it, I don't get the obsession with this person. She has said a lot of vile things, but some of the attacks from the right are out of control. She's 19. Let her brain grow by educating her instead of acting like she's already too far gone. Reality doesn't require tearing someone down to prove a point. The pedestal she's on, we built it. Without that, she's another clueless leftist protester. Pray for her. Well said, Black Rebel. Well said, well said. Did we already watch this one here? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I'll do a quick refresh here, see if there's any latest news out there. And then later on, I'll come back on here tonight, guys, and it's going to be called the Mr. Bill's Curbs Show, okay? When I do the restreaming and throw a little bit of news in there also, it's when the title's going to be Mr. Bill's Curbs Show. So I'm sorry, I got to fix the title a little bit there, but not curves, okay? Curbs, C-U-R-B-S, not curves. I make curves when I move, but that's beside the point. Curbs, yes, that curb. There's the spelling you were going for. Richard here was this last night also. Yeah, let's watch this video here. Miss Mary put out an hour ago here. Also a good follow is Miss Mary on Twitter.
Oh, you guys use. Come over here and I'll fuck you up, bitch. Threatening to kill people, threatening to stab people. I'll fuck you up. You want a knife in your back? I don't care. Threatening to stab me. I'll put a knife in his back. I'll gladly go to jail. I'm afraid of you. Richard is threatening to stab me. You want it? You come closer. Get the fuck out of my. Leave my people alone. I'm standing up for my community. I'm not bothering anyone. I'm just standing here.
Oh, I'm not allowed to fucking say something about him wanting to stick his ass knife in my ass.
The person is
You
recording.
want it?
Oh, fuck you up.
Oh, you guys use them. So shut the fuck up, you retarded fuck.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Calm down, Richard. We don't want you to have a heart attack out there, okay?
So what? Yeah, he's making threats against me. I'm allowed to record him.
Hey, you want some? You fucker. I'll fuck you up. You want some? You want some, bitch?
Prove it, bitch. Prove it, bitch.
If I had a knife, I'd stab you big time, motherfucker.
Oh my goodness. We don't advocate for violence on this channel, Richard. We're saying stuff like that.
See? Like, I'm sorry, if I made those kind of threats against you, I'd be going to fucking jail.
Yeah, right.
See, later on, they accused him of actually making those threats when he just said right there, if I had made those threats against you.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a knife out and I'm gonna shove it up your fucking ass.
Okay, good.
If he did that, that's why he's saying something like that. And then listen to their response to what he just said there.
I'm gonna shove it up your fucking ass.
I want to see that. I want to see you do that. I want to see you do that.
No, he was making an example. You may have been back there further away, but you didn't see what he said to say. He's using that as an example of what you guys do.
I do that because I'm not a psychopath. I don't go.
Just stop making idle threats. Just stop making idle threats.
You're stupid. Did you even
Stop
listen
making idle
to
threats.
the comment?
You just made an idle threat.
You came
You
into
just
the
made an idle
conversation.
threat. You said you was gonna pull your knife out and stick it up his ass.
Yeah, Richard said stab you.
You're
But am I right though?
Mr. Rational explain it to you.
He can explain it to you. What other white people keep following me around?
Oh yeah, right. You racist fuck. Yeah, you said white boy. You're just bringing racism. You're a racist fuck. Racist. Yes, racist motherfucker. You're a
Black people can't be racist, guys.
fucking racist. Oh, because you're black, you can't be.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the nickname update on that one there. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out all these nicknames of different people out there. Arnold was a lot funnier though.
Racist,
Nope,
right?
I cannot.
You're
I can never be.
retarded.
I can never be
You are
racist.
retarded.
I can
Hey,
never
why
be.
are you looking at
I
me?
ne-
Why are
my
you looking at me?
ancestors,
Look at me when you're
my
talking.
ancestors
Look at me when you're
never
talking
stole
to
the
me.
people,
Look at me
never
when you're
stole the
talking to me.
land.
Shut
Only
the fuck
white
up, bitch.
settlers did.
Fucking racist, retarded bitch. You're a racist, retarded bitch.
I'll be that. I'll be that. You ain't gonna do nothing about it though.
You ain't gonna do nothing about it either, bitch. You racist ass little
Fuck around and
bitch.
find out. Fuck around and find out.
You fuck around and find out.
I'm waiting on you. I'm
You
waiting
fuck
on you.
around and find
I'm
out.
waiting on you. I'm waiting on you.
I'm waiting on you, bitch. I'm waiting on you.
Canada man, it's past 10. It's past 10. Don't do that. They're coming for you right
Yeah, remember that. They wanted to get the Canada guy all day long, but this is a 10:02, actually, maybe 10:03 when he blew that horn.
now.
And he kept saying, "No, my bad. I didn't mean to do it." See, we know to kind of be respectful of police would after we do something wrong. You know, like, I realized I did something wrong. I'm sorry. It was an accident. Whereas the left will say ACAB, like, that's not going to get you out of trouble. What else we got going on over here? Anything else in the news to look at? Probably not. It's probably getting ready to give you guys a break before all the craziness happens tonight. Haley, did you see him last night or recently? Ran into Richard while filming in downtown Portland. We had a little chat. Oh, here's another Richard situation. Notice.
I know that's pretty.
He's always nicer to the women. For some reason, he's mean to guys out there that are kind of a little bit wild. But watch how he's probably going to be more well behaved around a lady here. Probably had a little bit of a mother growing up or something like that, I'm guessing.
What are you doing out here? How are you? Doing okay?
Let's go. What's your name?
My name's Haley. It's crazy to see you not by ice. Have you personally dealt with any kind of drug use or struggled with that at all? I know that's pretty prevalent here.
No, I don't even do drugs. I just probably just smoke, cigarettes. I don't even do marijuana.
Yeah. Have you had any friends personally affected by that?
Not really, but I know that there's tons of people, I won't say, that are.
Yeah, I think his mental faculty is okay, but his speech patterns and something in that kind of area is affected by whatever condition he has.
Are probably throughout the city just like way too much smoking fentanyl, and people are just like passed out in city groups and just like shooting up and it used to be I think the repeal it used to be or they've
Is he shy? Is that why he's not getting to a point here around the Haley or something like that? Or is this cat got his tongue or something?
They made it where it's almost like people could do drugs and stuff openly. It used to be people couldn't just shoot up in the in public.
You at least kind of had to hide what you were doing, but now it's just you can be out in the street and shoot up and no one's going to do anything about it.
I think that's okay for marijuana. When it comes to the hard drugs, that's not good.
Yeah.
When it comes to the hard drugs, there's got to be treatment and stuff to get off the drugs. Marijuana, they can look that's life, but the hard drugs, there's got to be some kind of treatment. Just can't let them let people have use open a hard.
Even though I would have a hard time still focusing on the person I'm interviewing. They're having trouble even speaking at this point here. But notice she's still interested in what he has to say, even though he's having trouble saying it there. Good job, Haley.
Drugs,
Yeah.
is available.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you, Richard. It was good to see you out here.
Check out Haley out there if you don't already, guys. Haley West is her channel name over there. Let me put that in the chat there for you. Most of you guys probably already do. She's been out there ICE for quite a while. But there is her link there. Yeah, she is over. Yeah, over it. How you doing? Yeah, check her out. Over it. Did you already subscribe to me? Did you already follow me? Make sure you followed me before you follow Haley. Just FYI. Just kidding. I like to be funny once in a while. Anything else out there? Oh, and we'll give that a. Let's give it a repost and a like. How about that? Anything else going on out there in the world of Twitterville? Portland's, or that's New York City, so go crazy. Already watched a lot of that stuff. Jorge Medea. What was about the Stockton thing? Let's see what's going on here in Stockton.
15 people were. Today is a somber Sunday here in Stockton, California, following that mass shooting. We are here on the ground together, all the facts of this story. But we do know right now, 15 people were injured, 4 are confirmed deceased, including an 8 and a 9-year-old. Right now, I am on Thornton Street where that shooting took place. Still an active scene. We have CHP here blocking the roads off. Moments ago, we did see ATF agents arriving. The FBI is also investigating. There we see some authorities. Now, down there, near that Dairy Queen, there is a banquet hall. That's where the shooting took place, what appears to be at a children's birthday party. I spoke to one resident who said that he heard 20 rounds of gunfire. That's when he stepped out and noticed just numerous parents arriving on the scene, panicking, asking where the children were. Here is some of that interview.
And I walked out, and what I saw were a lot of people scattering, running, shouting, screaming, crying. Then I saw a few cars pull up, some parents coming up and being very, very upset, crying, asking where their kids are. So it was a kid's birthday party. It sounded like some of the parents had dropped maybe their kids off or relatives or whatever, and maybe they're going to come back and pick them up. I don't know. And they came back to this. It was the mass shooting. And
so right now, there is still an active manhunt underway. Authorities do say it appears to be a targeted shooting. There are rumors on social media that this is connected to some type of gang violence. We're still investigating that. But right now, we're still reporting live here in Stockton on Thornton Road. Stay tuned for the latest updates.
There we go. I'll give you another couple links real quick here. Jorge Medea there. If you want to keep up on that stuff there, it's probably a good way to go there. Ventura Report is his channel on Twitter over there. Check him out over there. And there's your link right there. And oops. And the other thing that I was going to give you a copy on, if you make sure you're already following me on Twitter over there, only Mr. Bill on Twitter, or Mr. Bill for Freedom on Twitter, but also you can do me another huge favor. I'm starting to start a community over on Twitter. Some people are already in my Discord or whatever. You don't have to be in multiple communities if you don't want to, but if you're not already in kind of a community on one of these platforms with me already, I'd appreciate it following me on this one here. Go back to that one. It's called Common Sense Patriotism. We're just going to eventually do some sort of Twitter spaces and things like that, talking about how, society can kind of come together, agree on some basic common sense things, agree to disagree on the extremities out there, but, at least come to some sort of basic common sense areas the left and the right should be able to agree on. But anyway, start there by getting some people on the right there. And if you're on the left, you can pop in there too. Don't be a troll too much. All right. Oops, the banner doesn't need to be there anymore. I don't know why Ocean Pot's banner is still there. Okay, make sure you're heading over there if you haven't already followed my Twitter. Make sure you follow the Twitter. That's enough of that kind of stuff there. See, notice how I haven't grifted for money tonight, guys. Even though I have that goal or whatever, had the goal or whatever earlier, I didn't grift for any money. See, other people, they do their grift for the money. I don't do the grift for the money, at least when I'm not live in Portland or something like that, the closest thing I do to grifting out there is usually when I park or whatever, I probably should park, in one of its parking lots, but I usually park where it's closer or something like that. So I have to pay for parking and pay for gas to get down there and back. So that's about maybe I'll ask for grift for some lunch or something like that, but that's about as much grifting as I do out there. If you can consider that grifting, I don't know. What's the definition of grifting? In fact, let's look up the definition of grifting here. Grifting definition. Is this Merriam-Webster? North American English Dictionary. Engage in petty or small scale swindling. I don't. Is there a better, longer definition than that? Let's see here. Where's the definition of a grifter? A grifter is a person who swindles or cheats others out of money through dishonest or fraudulent means. Okay, so I don't think I'm a grifter in that respect at all. I don't think. Do you guys know any grifters out there in the YouTube universe that would fall under that definition? Such as con artistry or small-scale scams, often described as petty swindlers who rely on deception and trickery to convince people to willingly hand over their money or possessions. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of those there, but what's the level below that or something like that? Is there a level that's somebody asks for too much money or something like that? I don't know if there's a small grifting. Anyway, I was kind of curious what the official definition was. Okay. Pretend media. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. He does every 5 minutes or whatever. He says, here's my Cash App. Here's my Cash App. Here's my Cash App. Yeah, maybe so with that one. Yeah. And lately he's actually walking around, not just standing on place anymore too. But yeah, he's different than most streamers that are out there. I'll tell you that much. What else is going on? Anything else to look at or anything like that? It's almost 5 o'clock and I've been on for 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, but I'm gonna do one more thing here. See if there's anybody on YouTube to raid you to. Not, oh, speaking of pretend media, he came right up as one of the people that's, is he out there right now? I'm just curious. Come on, YouTube, come on.
Real laugh.
Yeah, he's out there. And it looks like 4 or 5 people are out there, even one guy in a flag cape or something like that. Oh, even one of the people out there right now has a sign that says duty to disobey. So again, all the Democrat talking points get pushed onto the uninformed out here, trying to say that military or ICE agents have a duty to disobey. It's just like CIA Ops 101, basically, is all that is. Spider Mike is in his chat too. Anyway, I'm not going to raid him, so I just want to see what was going on as it gets a little bit closer to sundown over here. Who else can I raid here? I think I had it set to raid somebody. No, I had it set to raid Arturo, but he's not out there right now. Let's see who else it lets me raid here. You guys have any favorite people you like to watch or whatever? Put them in the chat or whatever. And I'll see if I can raid them. Well, yeah. And somebody new subscribed on YouTube. Thank you. I saw that. 4,104. I used to be at 4,103 subscribers now. I had that one more subscriber. But if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscription button. It's not too hard. It should be right in front of you there somewhere. Down at the bottom underneath my screen, you should see a subscribe button down there next to a notification bell. And also click that notification bell and make sure it says all notifications, please. Ooh, and the winner of the Thanksgiving thing was family. Good. I'm glad that one won. What was your favorite thing about Thanksgiving? 41% said family in that poll. There we go. What else was I going to do? I was going to go over here and play a song while I do this. Not that one. What's in here? Ooh, BDF Blaze is out there. Okay. Yeah, I'll send you to BDF Blaze then, for that matter. Tell Mr. Bill said hi. All right, and just make myself big for a second here. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for suggesting a haircut that I need. Okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I kind of grift for a better comb. I need a better comb, guys. If you guys did want to give me any money, I would ask for $1 for a better comb. How about that? Just kidding. What was I going to say? I'm going to send you a PDF Blaze over there, and I'm going to write down what I'd like you guys to copy and paste into his chat. No, it's like Mr. Bill asked you. I'm going to say, Mr. Bill, I need to ask you there you go. And there you go. Copy and paste that in the chat here. So when I send you PDF Blaze, he's the guy that has the streams and shows all the stuff that's going on in Portland and other things like that out there. So feel free to copy and paste that thing right there. It says, Mr. Bill asked me to ask you how tall you are, because he doesn't show himself on screen. You don't have to ask his entire appearance, just ask him how tall he is. Okay. And you'll watch him. He has a pretty good, busy chat out there too. So, but I will be back tonight when it gets a little bit crazier or something like that, with a title that I can't. Mr. Bill's curb stream. Mr. Bill's stream of curbs. Mr. Bill's curb-arama. Something with Mr. Bill and curbs. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I'll give you a 30-second countdown. Oh, and say stuff in the chat, and you'll see it on the screen as the 30-second countdown goes. Just say goodbye or something like that if you wanted to. There you go.